big-time matchup between two big-time teams, San Miguel and Ginebra.
Win. I mean, only one word, win. It's not gonna get any easier.
Going for three. Yes, sir! What a start!
Win. I mean, win.
Playing hard and get paid out for it.
Had some fun. Never gave up. Never gave up.
Oh, what a connection. Huge one.
It's not gonna get any easier.
You know, it's a 48-minute game and gotta keep plugging away. And
Menko's in. Basket is good plus foul.
48-minute game and
It's not gonna get any easier. Win.
It's a big-time game here inside the Big Dome. Gabe Freeman, he's young, he's restless, he's energetic, he's hungry. Leading the league-leading San Miguel Beermen actually against Milton Ambrose and the rest of the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings. It's Ginebra versus San Miguel as we welcome you to PBA Wednesday here on Solar TV. Nico Halili alongside the good Dr. J. Andy Ha.
Well, yes, it promises to be an interesting game, just like what you saw earlier. And we have the league-leading team with an 8-game winning streak, San Miguel, 9-1 right now, firmly entrenched on top, going against a team that just came off a scintillating victory over the Alaska Aces, and they're tied for 3rd and 4th spot with the Derby Ace Lamados. So obviously a very important game. If Ginebra wants to go up in the ladder, try to catch up at least with the top contexters who themselves have been having a terrific season so far. So this promises to be a good game. You have two teams that can run, but two teams that also know how to play the half-court game.
These are two talent-stacked teams, and let's look at key contributions from the two imports.
Well, the numbers are practically the same in all aspects except the field goal percentage, which is in favor of Gabe Freeman. He makes a lot of his baskets underneath the goal, plus the fact that he has really developed a nice medium-range jump shot. So, you know, and I think that Gabe Freeman comes in, Nico, with the points when it is needed by his team. Whereas Ambers had a problem the other night in Cebu Coliseum and actually sat out the last few minutes when Jong Chico went all Filipino but still managed to come up with a victory. So he understands what they need of him and what they're asking of him, and he better perform, because obviously if not, they'll be shopping.
Shopping for...
shopping is nice.
Of course, yes.
Come here to Arroyo Coliseum. You have a lot of places to shop.
Around, though.
A lot of places to eat too.
Of course, every team's objective is to reach the quarters, the semis, and eventually the finals, and you try to get the import that will best give you, or that best meets that objective.
That's right. You know, not only a guy that can really be a big scorer or what. For example, for Sean Daniels, he's not a big scorer. He's a good rebounder. He's a good defensive player, and that's what their team needs. A drive to the basket there. Too late on the whistle by Sherwin Pineda. There was a foul called against Gabe Freeman, picking up his first personal foul. And it'll mean free throw shots coming up here for Rudy Hatfield.
Now, Rudy Hatfield starts the ball game para sa Ginebra with Eric Beck, J.J. Helterbrand, Willie Miller, and Milton Ambrose. At para naman sa San Miguel, as you look at head coach Jong Chico. For San Miguel, they have Mick Pinisi, Dondon Ontiveros, Gabe Freeman, Alex Cabagnot, and Jay Washington. That's their head coach, Bethune Shot Duncanson.
Defensive rebound right away here for Gabe Freeman, off two misses by Rudy Hatfield.
Here's Ontiveros.
San Miguel, you know, they've won the last two games, not really convincingly. I think they won by 8 points and then they won by 6 only a couple of nights ago. So, are they due for a loss? You know, an 8-game winning streak is not a joke. So, you know, if they don't pay attention to the game, they might be due for a loss. The important thing for them is to concentrate and realize the importance of this ball game. They've missed 3 outside shots already, 2 from Gabe Freeman and 1 from Ontiveros. None penetrating to the basket, really.
Now here's Miller on the right side against Ontiveros. Great matchup at the 2-guard spot. 12 to shoot para sa Ginebra. Miller goes to Hatfield. Hatfield against Freeman. 8 to shoot. Rudy Hatfield throws the ball up, and it ends up with Washington. Ontiveros. That was a nice pass coming from Cabagnot, and Dondon Ontiveros gets his first 2 points.
That was made possible because Jay Freeman ran straight to the basket. So obviously the defense is going to collapse. If he gets to the ball there, he's going to score. That's why Dondon Ontiveros was wide open on the wings.
Game is tied at 2 apiece. Almost 2 minutes having gone by in the opening quarter. And here's Washington with a shot clock down to 10. Rebound para kay Miller.
5 outside shots already for the Beermen. None going inside. So you can see Pido Harencio signaling if they make a basket, they might want a timeout.
Here's Meg scoring inside.
There was a timeout. I don't think the coach likes to see his players just keep on shooting outside shots.
So Ginebra up by 2, 4-2. And we'll be back after this early timeout.
Welcome back to the second game of RPBA Wednesday doubleheader. Barangay Ginebra taking on the San Miguel Beermen. Leah Cruz here on board for this ball game at courtside right now. We are going to take a look at a few numbers that Barangay Ginebra's JJ Helterbrand has been putting up. This guy actually seems to be on a shooting slump when you compare his points and his three-point field goal percentage from last year's Fiesta Conference to this one. You can see a pretty big difference. I actually got to speak to JJ right before the game, and he said that the biggest difference for this conference is that he's actually still not fully recovered because last conference he suffered from a back injury, and because of that it affected his legs. His legs aren't as strong as they used to be, but he's doing a lot of strengthening lately, and he thinks he's been shooting a lot better in recent games. Nico and Dr. J, over to you guys.
And JJ Helterbrand dealing with a lot of changes, physical changes. He is addressing certain body issues, and of course the changing cast of Ginebra. You know, when you have to play with different people, Miller comes in and Kagiwag comes back, and all these new adjustments that can affect the player's game.
Definitely. You can see the number one thing is his minutes have gone down from 36 average 36 minutes a game down to 31. So 5 minutes is a lot of the good thing for him is statistics on assists continues to be the same, Nico. A little over 5.5.
It's a 7-6 game in favor of Ginebra, and here's Ambrose against Washington. Ambrose fires and connects. That's a 3.
So Ginebra taking a 4-point lead here. 3.5 minutes gone by in our first quarter.
Here's Cabagnot. Sends the ball back. Penisi for 3. Ontiveros.
Medyo matulis yung kanyang tira, no?
Now Miller.
Ito naman, lobo-lobo.
Perfect parabola.
Dalawang 3-point shot na dito si Willie Miller. Nagmano pa naman sa akin kanina ito.
So ano yun? That's a good sign.
I don't know if he thinks I'm much older than he is. Gusto nga medyo tatapikin ko sana sa noo.
Pero
Pero
pa nagmamano, namamas ko yun, Dr. J.
hindi siya dapat magbigay sa akin.
Here's Freeman, tough shot.
Offensive foul.
And he'll wave it off. Noel Kilingen, the Chief Justice tonight, waves it off. Offensive foul against Gabe Freeman.
Dalawa na ang personal fouls ni Jay Freeman. One offensive, one defensive. Eric Menk there, and you can see that elbow coming out to the face of Eric Menk, who you have to say has a lot of guts to take that.
Especially against Freeman, who's bato-bato rin itong si Freeman. He's young, but he's quite energetic. So 7:36 remaining dito sa opening quarter. And Ginebra's protecting a 7-point lead. Miller has been hot as of late, which is why Ontiveros is watching him very closely. And here's Cabagnot to Freeman. Freeman attacks, fouled, and he will take 2.
And Cabagnot has really changed the face of this team, especially in the running game. He really makes good decisions on the break. And you know, the pass that he gave Freeman is what you would say a perfect pass from a point guard. You gave it at the right time when the defensive player was not looking at the guy cutting from the wings. And you know, obviously it's either going to be 2 points or a foul in the act of shooting.
So would you say that yung mga kakampi ngayon ni Cabagnot lalong